Hi, Mathura. Thank you very much for taking the time to be here today.
Sure.
As you know, we're opening up enrollment into the association, and we like to talk to current associates who transition successfully into industry, such as yourself. So thank you again for being here. So maybe you can just start by telling us your name and the industry position you transitioned into.
Right. So my name is Mathura, and I've recently transitioned into a Medical Science Liaison, a MSL position at a company called OneOme. So we work on pharmacogenomics and based in Minneapolis.
Perfect. And so you're successful now. You've made this transition into an MSL position, which is not easy to do. But I want to talk about before. Maybe you can rewind a little bit and tell us what were some of the challenges you were facing in terms of your job search before joining the association, before being hired.
So most of the most important thing, and I think that I was, doing wrong was really not catering my CV enough. And I think that it was such an academic CV, and all this industry experience or skills, I really didn't know how to sell myself. So what I had was a very strong academic CV. I had all my certifications, my skills, what I did in the lab, everything. And even though I knew how to network and I knew how to, present very well and all the science behind, I didn't know how to sell myself. And I think that this really was the issue. And also, we ourselves as scientists or PhDs, we feel, oh my God, I don't know that. Even though you've actually done that. So I think even having the skill set, I just didn't know how to put it there, convey it, and sell myself. So I think this was the biggest challenge that I had, and CSA really helped me in that sense.
Right, because so you were getting a lot of responses when you were applying, people telling you didn't have industry experience.
Yeah.
Then you joined the association. You didn't get any industry experience, but you got a job. So what changed?
Well, I think it was really the strategy and also really understanding what the industry was looking for. So I think these were probably the main things. And also one of the more important things about the CSA was that there was a rich network of people. And they come to you, they tell you all the experiences they had. And that's really, something that's very impressive. And I must say that I was, so many times that people encourage you and they even tell you what not to do. I mean, sometimes you just do the wrong thing, and I had a very academic CV, as I mentioned, so I put it there and everyone is telling me, hey, you have what it takes, but you're just not putting it there correctly. And I think all of this really made an impact. And in the module that the CSA had as well, like about catering your CV to each individual job. So I think this was a mistake that I was doing. Like I kept sending a very rich CV, but I sent it to everything, like very similar in a similar way. And I realized that, nah, that's not working. So the CSA really taught me it's okay. You need to tell them you've read the description, so cater it nicely, and that really did help me quite a bit. And also understanding the role, what I was really, I wanted to be an MSL. I read books about it, but I didn't, manage to talk to people. And I think only the CSA, it really encouraged me, go network, go find the people and speak to them. And then I did. I met a lot of MSLs because of the CSA's, encouragement. And they've helped me a lot too. Like they've really told me what the role is. And in fact, it's so different from what you read from the books, right? So the network was really rich. And I think that really helped me. I knew what the role was. I was much more prepared for it in many sense. So that was great.
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, you did mention the private group, and you mentioned the strong referral network. What did you think when you first came in? What did you think of the private group, and how did it help you? Not just in terms of the job, but how did it help you in terms of support?
Oh, the support is great. I mean, it's incredible because I applied for a lot of jobs. Of course, the MSL wasn't. I mean, I applied for a lot of MSL jobs, but of course, this wasn't my first application. So there are many times, you're just down because you see that you didn't make it through, or you go through the interviews and you don't get the final offer. But I mean, and the thing is, the one very interesting and I think the positive thing really about the group is that everyone is just like you. And they're working towards it's a like unified goal. Everyone's working towards one goal, and everyone is trying to help everyone. And I think that's the beauty of it. Everyone's trying to do whatever they can, giving their bad and good experiences and telling you, hey, you can do it. And so many times you feel, hey, I feel I can do it, and then you don't lose hope, which is really critical in your job hunting.
That's great. And my last question is, well, did you have any reservations before joining? And if you did, how were those reservations relieved after joining?
Oh yeah, certainly relieved. um, Reservations. Well, I guess when you're students and you're trying to look for jobs, you just think, hey, I have already a PhD. What more do I need? And
Yeah.
you're like, why would they take me? So you have good CVs. We all do, and we all at some point think that we can do it. After doing this much, you're like, yeah, somebody will give me a job. So I was like, yeah, I think I can try to do it. So I read a lot of books, etc., etc. But obviously, it wasn't working, and I knew I lacked something. And I wasn't sure. I saw this thing. Actually, I saw it a year before I joined itself, when I was finishing my PhD. But since things didn't work out that well, and I still wanted to be an MSL, so I thought, okay, it's time to join and see what happens. And yeah, and I don't regret it one bit. I've been telling everybody how great it is. So I think it's a great group of people trying to help people. So
Great.
yeah, I wish CSA all the success, really. It's a great group.
Well,
for
thank
us.
you. Thank you, Mathura. And we wish you continued career success too. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
taking the time to be here.
Thank you.